Hey everybody, Jason Holgate here, and today I want to do an unboxing video and a review on these Winna battery rechargeable heated gloves that I recently purchased from Amazon. There, get a better picture. So let's begin. Wrapped up nicely. Everything's in its own self-contained package. So if you look, there's a zipper. I'll unzipper it. The first thing to pull out is like a battery charger, or plug it in. There's one glove, two gloves. What else is in here? Manual. Unzipper's actually more. I didn't realize that. Okay. So inside, two little pouches here, and I could feel earlier these were the batteries. That's why I was digging in there, so I couldn't figure it out. So there's one battery. Looks like you just plug a little RCA type input into it, and the same thing. So that's everything in there. It's a good sized bag, and I'm kind of glad that the zippers are in it. So I'm going to put the bag aside. So first impression, these are, I believe I ordered the extra large ones. Yeah, I did. So pretty good size. First thing first, I noticed it has a strap on the wrist. I'll loosen that up so I can get my hand in there. And if you look, there's a display, I'm assuming for battery charge. And there's also a little zipper compartment right here. I'm assuming this is where you put the battery. Yes, it is. So there's the RCA type input jack that I was talking about earlier when I looked at the battery. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm not sure if you saw a moment ago when that just got connected, but see if I can move my hand out of the way. When I connected, it lit up for a second. And I guess the purpose is to slide that back in and zipper it out. So on here there is a power button right there, and looks like a button underneath the battery input signal. So alright, so I held it down. Looks like there's 65%, or is that 65 temperature? Nope, that's probably 65 degrees Celsius. So I'll play around with the directions in a minute, but anyways, just want to show you the functionality. I'll power back off, and show you putting it on my hand. It's a very good fit. It's got protective knuckles right there. It's like a hard plastic. It feels good. The glove feels really good. It's really comfortable. I can move my fingers with no problems. I'm going to strap the wrist back in there. It feels good. It's not going to go anywhere. It's got a little padding right there for your hands. I guess if you're holding something. It's got a little, actually on every finger it's got that hard, except for the ring finger and the pinky finger doesn't have those. Probably because those are your more active fingers, just protection now, I'm assuming, for if you bang into something. Anyways, they feel good right here. So I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'm actually going to read up a little bit more on the instructions before I continue the video to figure the different settings with that button right there. So I've figured out what the how this works. So I already have it powered on. Right now I have it set to 45. I can feel the internal components of the glove getting really warm from around this area right here. It might be under the palm of my hand as well, but I don't feel it as much. So anyways, I have it on 40 degrees Celsius. Basically, once it's powered on, there's a plus button, there's minus to move it up. That's actually the battery gauge, so it looks like there's 2/3 of the battery left. So 40 degrees Celsius. I'm in Florida, in the United States, so we use Fahrenheit here. 40 is about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. If I bump it up to 45, I really don't want to burn my hand for the purpose of the demo, and because it's so warm here in Florida right now, it's probably in the 80s. But so the only way I can really prove that it's working, so here's a temperature gauge right now. It's about 79 in my house. So I'm gonna put the gauge in here. You can just watch it climb. So obviously you can tell if you're out in the cold, even with it climbing as it is right now, I can feel it warm in my hands, 95 degrees. If you're out in the snow, it's gonna feel really good. Now you might be asking, since I'm in Florida, why do I have a pair of battery operated heated gloves? But I'm actually planning on going to take a trip to Colorado in the wintertime, go skiing, and I saw these gloves and figured that why use regular gloves when I can have a pair of battery operated ones that I know are going to keep my hands warm no matter what. So I made the purchase ahead of time. So there you go. You can see the temperature, 96.7. It's still climbing. I can feel it. It's definitely getting warmer inside the glove. So I'm going to go ahead and crank her up. So I have it set on 50 Celsius, and 50 Celsius is about 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it definitely is getting much warmer now. My hand is, as you can see with the scale, 101 and climbing, 101 and a half degrees so far. So these gloves definitely work. Yeah, my hand is definitely getting very warm right now, 102 degrees. So hopefully that shows you just how well these gloves work. According to the instructions, the gloves work for about 2 to 6 hours, I guess, depending on the charge. I will definitely, before using these, be charging each of the batteries to its full charge. I'll get my full 6 hours of charge on using them, which is perfect because I don't really plan to be outside for a long period of time each time when I go to Colorado later in the wintertime. So these feel really good, I gotta tell you. They're not tight at all. I can move my fingers. I actually feel like I could grip something pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and power these off because it's really warming my hand up. Yeah, I really like these gloves. I think you would too. So if you're in the market for a pair of gloves that are gonna make sure your hands stay warm, purchase these.